What's up, guys? Nick Rich here, back with another video. Listen, thank you, everybody. People responding to the email I sent out. I had a couple comment texts like, hey, Nick, man, please be more consistent this time. We really need it. We like when you teach. We like to hear from you. We want to learn more. So I told you guys before, I had another video drop about being a creator and stuff like that. That's coming. I want to get back to CapCut. I had so many people messaging me on Instagram, and I don't know what that is, y'all. Like, say it in the comments. I mean, look, I get it. I deal with a lot of introverts. I'm an introvert myself, extroverted when I need to be. Inbox me, I might get it. I get a lot of inboxes. I just don't want to miss anything. If you comment it, I'll be able to scroll back and read it. I don't really check my messages like that because I get a lot of spam stuff. So if you're on social media, cool. If not, I'll put my email around here somewhere. Guys, just shoot me a message. All right, so we're looking at CapCut, right? Told you guys before, I primarily work and edit in Adobe Premiere Pro. When this is going back to 2010, 2011, when I first started chopping up and like editing video, because I had to for work at the time, I was using something called like Sony Vegas, I believe. Any Windows people out there? Man, when I tell y'all back then, 2011, 2012, you could pay me to use an Apple computer. I hated it. I was like, I'm not doing that. And it was for no other reason than lack of knowledge and lack of understanding. I had never used it outside of having a phone. I didn't, guys, they gave me I had a brand new MacBook Pro sitting in my desk at work, just collecting dust because I refused to use it. It was 2011. It was purchased in 2011. It was waiting on my desk when I started working there, and I refused to use it. I went through 3 or 4 different HPs, just crashed and burned on me, $800 laptop. I think I'm the man. It's working great for a while, and then it just died. I went over to Apple. I was like, oh, this is fire. Why was I ever using an HP? Why was I using Windows for so long? What are you doing? You're a creator. Why aren't you using the best of the best, right? So long story short, I had an option: Final Cut Pro, Adobe Premiere Pro. I was already kind of well-versed in Adobe Photoshop, so I was like, why not stay with Adobe? So I've been a Premiere guy. But CapCut, all the capabilities it has, the transitions, the effects, the visual effects, the color grading capabilities and everything, it is still a power horse, and it is for the everyday creator. I am not telling you to go use CapCut and edit your movie that you want to pitch to Netflix. Not saying you can't, but just being in a more professional arena, understanding audio and everything like that, I would still say maybe use a different platform if you're going to be doing professional grade stuff. You're shooting commercials or something like that, which again, you could use CapCut and get by. It is just not known in the industry as standard for professional video. But for you and me, most of the people watching this, the everyday creator, CapCut is perfect for you. I want you guys to follow along and practice these things as you're doing it. So when I'm on YouTube and I'm looking to learn something new, I'll often open up that program and or platform and go along with the person that's teaching me. I'm more of a hands-on person, so I like to have my assets and my platforms and all of that stuff open so I can learn it in real time while the person is teaching it. So guys, if you can, get out a notebook, get your applications open or whatever so you can follow along with me so you're actively learning and not just watching and listening, because then you may forget. You have to come back to the video, which I'll appreciate. Give me another view. But if you guys can follow along, that would be perfect, okay? So let's get right into it, y'all. What I'm gonna do now real quick is show you just how to take a vertical video and turn it into a horizontal video. So here's my client, Jamal King. I actually edited this video for him and posted it earlier. You see it says 6 minutes and 21 seconds because I made an amateur mistake and didn't cut off the extra pieces of the video towards the end of it. So we're going to do that real quick as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to drag this onto our timeline here. As you can see, there's a black spot here. This is where our video is actually cut off at. So we want to take it to right about here where this video ends. And then I'm going to split this video right here, and we're going to select this other half here and hit delete. So now it's gone, right? So as to the question of how you take a vertical video and turn it to a horizontal video, right? So if you shot a video with your cell phone or your camera and you had it set in vertical mode and you're like, I really wanted to post this on YouTube or Facebook so it can be wide, you just have to change the ratio of that video. Now keep in mind, if this is a talking head video where you yourself or someone is in the video speaking and it's already framed for vertical, when you transition it into a wide video, you're going to have to punch in. So it's going to be really cropped on that person who was speaking because the camera was set for vertical. So now as you take that wide, in order to not have any black space on the side, so in CapCut, there's a ratio button right here. I showed you guys this before. You click on this ratio button and you can see the different orientations that it has. So right now we're at 9:16. It's set for a vertical video. But if I want to do 16:9, you see what it does? So this is wide. This is set for YouTube, right? It's black space on the side. So what you want to do is you can either click on this file here, or you can click on down here and go over to your scale, or you can click on here and drag any one of these 4 points. So now that this video is wide and I play it, you're gonna.
And then you got real happy you hit 4. And then I was like, all right, cool.
You see what happens? I have to punch in. Now, the second option is going to be, I can duplicate this clip. I held Option on my Mac keyboard to do that. You hold Option on a Windows computer, it is going to be the Alt button. You want to hold it and then drag. And this is also universal for other applications. So when you want to duplicate a file in Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop, the Alt and or Option button, if you hold it and drag, you will duplicate that layer. Photoshop is actually Command J. So yeah, let's keep that in mind, but that'll be for the Photoshop tutorial. Today we're talking about CapCut. So you want to duplicate your video, right? Take it back to its original size. So go over the scale here and you want to type in 100. You can go back here and just drag it right out to the middle. And what you can do is you could take your background video and move it so it's still playing at the same exact spot, right? Could probably make if this were me, I would make my top layer just a little bigger. And then what you want to do is on the layer that's on the bottom, let's do this together. I actually have never done this in CapCut before. We want to go to filters and I want to blur this out. No, I did not want to blur out or put this effect on everything. So this is a filter. So let's click on this video again. I do not see anything in here that I don't want motion blur. I want actual blur. So let's just type it up here in our window and see what we get. If I type in blur, boom, I am getting video blur. I want to drag this onto this video. So now I'm going to go back and you see, this is really exactly what I wanted. I've got my blur here. Do I get a new adjustment for that? I do not. So maybe it is just on the effect. There we go. So you have to click on that layer and then the effect option, you see it says special effects. So you can increase your blur. Right now it's at 50%, or you can decrease it. And you see it real time as you drag it onto the video, how much blur is happening in that window. I can keep it around 50%.
It's like playing Monopoly.
And you
right?
see?
Remember when you first got in Monopoly, you was like, hey, let me get that greenhouse.
So that's another way that you can do it. You can layer your original video on top and put the copied blurred out version behind it, and it's still creating that wide video effect while not sacrificing on all of the video quality because it was originally shot in vertical. You can still, you can duplicate it, put it behind there so you don't have those weird black bars behind there. There's some movement going on. This is a Band-Aid, guys. What you really want to do is just shoot wide. I tell all my clients now that give me content that I edit and stuff like that, like if they don't have a camera person following them, and I work with a lot of real estate people. So I tell them they're walking through properties and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, please, whatever you do when you're out, if you want to record, why? Another thing, I suggest all my clients get one of these. This is a little snap thing. Listen, Android, I don't know do you guys have MagSafe? Or is that an Apple patented thing? I don't know. I have the iPhone 15 Pro Max and it has MagSafe. So I have a I believe this is just a pop socket. And I put it on here. When I tell you, open this up, it's so much easier to record like this than trying to like hold your, I mean, look, I have big hands, so I can, this is the 15 Pro Max. I can hold my phone, but it's a little awkward. You might press the button and you stop recording by accident. So much easier to just hold this and record. Get you a little snap thing, hold it, record your videos. Why? It's so much easier, because then when you go to edit, if you do want to put it on YouTube or a platform like Facebook or LinkedIn that does well with wider videos, because they're not set for vertical scrolling platforms, unless you're doing YouTube Shorts, of course. Next thing I wanted to show you guys is templates, and I actually want to create something in real time with you guys, all right? I'm actually going to use this, and I'm going to edit, and I'm going to record on my phone, and I'm going to post it right now, all right? So let's click on templates. And guys, I'm just doing this to show you how easy CapCut is and how it can help you not only boost your presence on social media, but how easy it is to just create content and just in a matter of seconds. I believe that one of the main problems, and because I suffer this myself as a creator, we overthink a lot, and we think we have to do this, you know, HBO size production when it's, so you take this big idea and shrink it. Don't overthink it, okay? Ooh, I like that. I might make that a t-shirt. Don't you steal my idea. I'm watching. I got you. Remember Meet the Parents?
But I will be watching you.
Don't steal my idea. Shrink it. Don't overthink it. I'm going to remember that. Listen, right? Let's go to templates. And what do we have here? So I have, honest guys, I have never clicked on this before. I just got accepted into the CapCut creator community last week, so I can now create these templates. I said, hey, perfect, but I have no idea what that actually means. They did send me another email and said I can monetize on it. So yeah, I need to get on that. Let's go to templates. Let's intro. This looks like for YouTube intros, your channel name. Yeah, I don't need any of this. Okay, nope, I don't need New Year. What's it means?
Brother,
Oh yeah.
what's that?
Okay. So I could use that and showcase some of my earlier on work, but I don't want any of my former clients to be like, oh wow, you calling my stuff ill, bro? But it was fire when you did it. It happens. I might use that one day. I may have to, because I mean, I'm a creator. This is what happens. So if you are one of my former clients seeing this, I'm sorry. But time evolved and my level of expertise has grown. So when I look at my old work sometimes, I'm like, bro, why did I do that? And in that time, I might have been like, hey, this is fire. My client might have said they love it and everybody, but me looking at it now, 10 years later, I'm like, ugh. So that's a good one. I might actually use that one. What do we have here? Ooh, okay, I'm using that one. All right, how can I do this? Okay, shut your mouth, right? So we're going to address all the Canva people, all the Canva people that think Photoshop is better than Canva, because it's not. So let's record this real time. Actually, you know what? I got all this glare on my glasses. I don't know what it is, guys, with the iPhone, and depending on where your head is angled, when you have lights around, you see everything in the glasses but your actual eye. So let's re-record that. This is for anybody who thinks Canva is better than Photoshop. And if you haven't picked up by now, that's one of my things. I slap people. I don't slap people. I slap the screen. That's like my transition. That's my begin. That's my opener. Sometimes I'll have my hand on the lens and then I'll close like, ah. All right, so let's airdrop that to my Mac. There we go. And we are going to drag this file in here. I don't want that. I need 9:16. Thank you very much. And guys, this is another thing you should do. This is like recording 101. You've seen it in cartoons, video clips over the years. You know the little movie board they clap with and all of that? That is a symbol, but it is also for audio purposes. Audio engineers and the people who are editing the videos, we clap because when we go back and look at our file, we know that clap means, okay, this is a cut. This is where the video is starting. That person is actually ready and actively ready to record, or you're already recording something. You may have messed up or fumbled your words along the way somewhere, so you clap. That clap puts a really long sound wave in the video, so you can look for that when you're editing your videos and say, ooh, okay, this is a point. So if at that loud clap sound, you rewind a little bit and you hear that you messed up and you start talking after the clap. So here's the clap, here's the mess up, and after the clap, you start talking about what you were talking about here, but you messed up. So you know that clap is a point to edit. That point, bring in, delete everything else. That is, listen, major time saver and game changer, because otherwise you're just going to be scrolling through and you're going to have to play your video clips over and over to figure out where you messed up at, where you need to punch in and all that stuff at. If you clap real quick, just like it's crazy, I don't even remember what that thing is called. But if you do that, there's an easier way to edit your video. And if you're in CapCut, you see the little sound waves down here. Can I zoom in on this? Yes, I can. So if you zoom in a little bit, you can see where the audio starts. This is where I actually start talking. So you can drag your point right up to that, and then you hit split, hit the beginning, and you take that part out. That is how I start to do my edits when I'm working in any platform. Premiere Pro, CapCut, whatever, InShot, wherever I'm editing video, I try to start it right as I'm talking. Especially with social media, no one wants to see you breathing, no one wants to see whatever you're doing before the actual video starts. You have their attention for this amount of time, you need to get to it. So start editing your videos where you are ready to start talking and make those jump cuts and stuff like that. You keep the user's attention and you keep it moving. All right, so let's get back to it.
This is for anybody who thinks Canva is better than Photoshop.
Now, I may have done this wrong, guys. I'm gonna go back in because I forgot I'm actually using a template here. So means, can I just add this? Oh, I can just add this here. So perfect.
Better than Photoshop.
So right there, I want my transition to come in and I want this to open right up. So what I want to do actually is what I just showed you guys on how to duplicate the video, because this is a vertical video, and as you can see, the mean shut your mouth thing is wide. So what I'm going to do is hold Option. I'm going to drag another video file on top of this here. Make sure it lines up, and it should. I don't know why it's not auto lining. Cool. And I'm going to drag this lower one a lot bigger. And I want to go back to effects. Blur is still there already. I can drag it onto this one, and now it's blurred out. Perfect, exactly what I needed. That came in a little too fast. I want to let my slap linger a little bit. And it's not quick. Boom, I want it to come in right there, actually. Perfect. Perfect. And we're done. It was that simple. Now, what do I usually do? In CapCut, there's a filter in here that I like. I believe it's called black and gold. Color grade in CapCut, I haven't done it yet. I actually like these filters, but black and gold just kind of takes out all the other colors and highlights just the black and gold. So it's been one of my working fonts. I put it on gym videos and stuff like that. So let's see how it works. I'm going to click on my video clip here. I want to go to filters, and where are we? I actually like speakeasy, but let me see. What are we doing? I didn't want to go to favorites. How do I get out of here? Thank you very much. I want black and gold. There we go.
It's better than Photoshop.
Let's see.
This is for anybody who thinks
Filter added, and that's it. I'm about to save this and post it right now. We're going to hit export. Yes, I want 1080p. You have other options, 2K, 4K. I could do 4K. My phone is 4K. Bitrate recommended. That's fine. Bitrate, we can keep that at recommended. So if you're editing a long form video for like YouTube or something like that, you want your bitrate to be higher, especially if you're filming in 4K. Your bitrate really controls how much information and how much data is in that original video file, right? So 4K videos, if you were to use the export template that Adobe Premiere Pro provides, at 4K, the bitrate is somewhere between 30 and 40. It's going to increase your video file size, yes, but it's going to have a lot of quality there. So wherever it's being viewed, it's going to be a great quality, okay? Codec, we can leave that at H.264, MP4 format, frame rate 30 is fine. Export audio, yeah, I need that. Well, no, so in CapCut, you have the option to export separate files. I don't need a separate audio file. It'll be baked into my video. And then when you're exporting, the export to is always going to go back to the last place that you saved the video at. So keep that in mind. When you're editing, I always like to create a folder for that date. So like I have a folder for 2024, January, February, March so far. Whatever month that is, I'll go into that month folder and then put the day. So today is March 25th. I'll put March 25, put my video file in there because I created this on that day. It's an easy way to organize your files, keep everything in a good place. All right, so we're going to export. I am going to go to my folder, 2024. Let's go to March. Let's go to March 25, open, and that is where this video is going to go. And it's going up on IG, okay? Very simple, guys. It's very quick. That template was just sitting right in there. It's probably going to be funny. It's probably going to be engaging. And look, this is no knock on Canva, right? I like Canva. I believe Canva is useful. I'm actually going to...
Anybody who thinks
bruh,
Canva is better than Photoshop.
what are we doing? I didn't want you to do that. There's so many other things that you can do in this platform. I could have taken this video here. Let's mute it for a second. I could have taken this video here and then put a split right here. And then on this new clip now, I'll go to animation and I'm on in. I can have me scrolling in on this second part. So then the scroll, it's easy. You saw how fast I did that, right? If I wanted to add a shake here, I would just put a little shake. They're little things, the little movements, the screen flashing, the transitions, all of these things trigger and excite the user to, oh, something new is happening, to keep them locked in. These are the kinds of things that you want to add in there. So when you're doing your jump cuts, when you're taking out ums and extra breaths and stuff like that, if you have the space, put something on it. Put some B-roll on top of your clip. Add in a GIF or something like that. Just some, or the text, absolutely. You want to be using captions, but something on the screen should be happening. Whether you're zooming in, zooming out, you zoom in and then your whole clip is that big, and then it zooms back out for the next jump cut. Some different kinds of things should be happening if it's a longer video. If it's like 10, 11 seconds, it's real quick, leave it as it is. They're going to be locked in and probably laughing at whatever you said or interacting with what you said because it was impactful in some way, shape, or form, right? Because it was quick. Longer form stuff, a minute, like a minute long video, you want to have some kind of transition, some kind of movement, some kind of effect going on the entire time while you're recording on different clips in different points. So there's always something going. There's something firing off, something keeping them locked in. All right, guys, that wraps up today's video. Hope you learned something from it. Hope you can take something away. Please do all the YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe, turn on the little notifications if you could. I'm going to be dropping a lot more stuff. I'm going to be putting out YouTube shorts, showing people quickly and simply how to do things. Again, if you guys have any questions, suggestions, anything you want me to cover here and on my social media, follow me everywhere at justnickrich. Please shoot me a message, drop it in the comments. Till the next video, let's get it, y'all.